Hello students, I welcome you all to this virtual learning online platform. In the previous class, we completed time, aspect, and different types of moods in English. There was a request from your end that if I could really, take up a few more examples in this respect, it will be good. So here, if you really see that I talked about 4 types of moods, which are the primary moods in English. 1, the indicative mood. Second, the interrogative mood. Third, the imperative mood. And the 4th, subjunctive mood. Now, I'll just give you a simple tip in this respect. Because when we learn English grammar in school, our teachers have taught us English and the types of sentences in English in 2 different ways. One, that in the structural point of view, there are 3 types of sentences: simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. At the same time, in the semantic point of view, in the lexical point of view, we studied 4 types of sentences. 1, the declarative sentences, which are the different types of statements, either positive or negative sentences or statements. Second, the interrogative sentences, means the questions are created. Yes, no type questions, alternative questions, WH type questions, whatever it may be. Third, you have imperative sentences, making request, giving order, giving commandment, such kind of, expressions are made. And sometimes, we also talk about the exclamatory sentences and optative sentences in English, through which we do express our greetings, wishes, conditions, hypothetical events, so on and so on. So now I believe that you have a very clear idea that what exactly we are talking about. If you try to correlate the thing that I discussed just now, I think your idea will be all clear. When I talked about the indicative mood, in the indicative mood, we state the matters. So logically, you can correlate this with your declarative sentences, either positive or negative sentences. When you talk about the interrogative mood, this also you can correlate with the interrogative sentences in English, because questions are asked. Questioning certain matter is the major domain of interrogative mood. Similarly, you have imperative mood. Imperative mood talks about orders, requests, commandments, and so on and so on. Similarly, when you talk about the imperative mood, you can correlate this with imperative sentences. And finally, you have the subjunctive mood. I don't know how many of you know about that, especially in Indian English grammar. We get a kind of sentence called optative sentences, but this optative sentences is rarely found in the books of grammar here. But this kind of sentence is there, in which you express the non-factual situations like your greetings, wishes, conditions, and hypothetical events. Probably you might have seen some of the religious serials on our TV channel, like the Ramayana or the Mahabharata, or something based on some deities, gods and goddesses. You might have come across the expressions like, may you live long, may you die soon, you may be blessed with 8 sons, likewise. So I just try to translate it. अशा प्रकारची नाही का शाप म्हणा किंवा तुम्हाला दिलेला आशीर्वाद. These sentences generally come under the optative kind of sentences. That's why I said it is rarely found in the books of grammar. Ashtaputra Saubhagyavati Bhava, Ayushyaman Bhava. These are the expressions which are expressing your wish. Optative sentences म्हणजे इच्छादर्शक वाक्य. यात तुमची सदिच्छा असू शकते किंवा वाईट इच्छा पण असू शकते. It depends. So what I mean to say is, we do use different types of sentences in our day-to-day life, and we are just trying to correlate it with mood. So you have indicative mood, interrogative mood, imperative mood, subjunctive mood. These are the moods that we come across in general in English. If you see the present simple indicative mood, you get any number of things. We do make declarative sentences while talking. I am sitting in the drawing hall, right? You can also say so. You are sitting in a room, attending the class. I am attending the class. This is the present progressive indicative mood. Okay. Suppose I ask you a question. Why didn't you attend the class yesterday? Why didn't you attend the class yesterday? So this is the simple past with negation because not is there. And this is the indicative mood. So you have the simple past indicative mood. So from day-to-day life, you can pick up any sentence and you can categorize it. Suppose, I do warn you all, don't join the class, join the teachment. So this is the kind of commandment or an order as a teacher given to you. In fact, I do request, no doubt, instead of giving commandments and orders, right? But just for the matter of fact, I'm saying. So when I say, please join the Teachment app, so when I say, please join the Teachment app, it is the imperative mood. Simple present imperative mood. Suppose some students are talking in the class, they are disturbing. I'll say, keep silence, or else I'll say, please keep silence. Don't talk. Is it? Maintain silence. So these are also the imperative moods. Right? So my point is, whenever we talk about different situations in life, okay, and that situation decides our mood, whether you need to speak in the indicative mood or imperative mood or subjunctive mood or interrogative mood. Simply suppose a student met me somewhere, maybe sometimes in the market. Because since, you might have seen me online, okay, on the Zoom platform while conducting class, but I might not have seen you at all. So you may greet me, hello sir, good morning, hello sir, good afternoon, whatever, depending on the time. I may reply also, but suppose I don't recognize you, I may ask you, who are you? What's your name? Are you my student? Okay. In which college do you study? So all these questions are the interrogative questions. It means I am in the interrogative mood to ask you questions. So what is my mood there while saying so? My mood is, of course, interrogative. Okay. So similarly, we do use subjunctive mood also. Suppose I say, I suggest you all that you should immediately join Teachment app. So it's an offer, it's a suggestion that I offer from my end. Actually, it is my wish also. Because as a teacher, I want to teach you. As a learner, you want to learn from me. And a medium that I am going to adopt from now onwards will be the Teachment app, the learning management system. So I suggest you all that you should join Teachment app immediately. So this is the subjunctive. Suppose you just tell me about, like, you had a visit to a wonderful place or you went to Wonderla. Then I express my wish. I say, I wish I would have been there. So that is my wish. That is my will and wish that if at all I would have got that opportunity to go to Wonderla, I would have been there. So that is subjunctive because I am expressing my wish. Got the point? See, I did not take any textual or any from any other source. All these expressions, all these sentences, very spontaneously, whatever comes to my mind, depending on the situation or the idea, I discussed about. So it indicates that while speaking in our day-to-day life, because we come across a number of people around, we are there with the people or the members of the family, we are there in the community and society, we are there at the workplace, we are there at the college, we are there with the whole world around over mobile or any other platform of communication. We do talk to the people around wherever they are. And while talking, we express different types of sentences. We use declarative sentences, we use imperative sentences, we use interrogative sentences, we use optative sentences, we use exclamatory sentences. Right? So once you do that, means it is nothing new that you are going to learn today. Only the thing is, the way we taught you English in school, that was a very simple approach and method adopted. Same thing we are going to teach you now also, but with a different perspective, okay, and with a different terminology. So when you say, tenses in English, you simply remember present tense, past tense, future tense. Each of the tense has simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. These are the four, that's all, for each of the tense. But when we teach at the university level, because the new grammarians have challenged that there is no future tense at all. Already I told you about it. So instead of talking in terms of tenses, we start talking in terms of time. So present time, past time, future time. Right? Then we talked about the aspect, simple aspect, progressive means continuous aspect, perfect aspect, and perfect continuous aspect means perfect progressive aspect. These are the four aspects that we counted. And finally, we correlated this one with the tenses also. Already I discussed in detail yesterday. And then we added that these many, tenses or these many time clauses or something that you want to express in one particular time, like present, past, or future. So you express your mood also. So already we studied sentences or types of sentences. Already I told you simple, compound, complex. These are the three types in the structural point of view. And you have the semantic or the lexical point of view, four different types of sentences, like declarative sentences, imperative sentences, interrogative sentences, exclamatory sentences, and I add upon one more, that is optative sentences. Ichhadarshak vakya. So these are the things that we have already learned, nothing new there. Okay, so this is how I would just like to focus on few more aspects that you expected from me, and this is the actual concern for all of us. Thank you.